This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you. Call 217-445-2631. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Heritage Packaging offers the right packaging right on time. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964, offering full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Stop by the shop at 1000 Commercial Park in Lincoln. Call 217-628-7650 or learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers! Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Attend one of Tracy's Coffee with the Mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the City of Lincoln Facebook page for dates and times. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Schneider Masonry, family-owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Experience the difference with Collision Concepts. State Farm Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and he's got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Call 217-732-6211 or visit SF in
championship game of the Normal West Sectional, featuring Lincoln's Lady Railers with a record of 25-8 and the Decatur MacArthur Lady Generals with a record of 26-6. Both teams went 7-3 in the Central State 8, but by virtue, I guess, of the tiebreaker, Lincoln was listed as third and DMAC was listed as fifth. Joining me tonight is one of our experts, the coach, DW Darren Worth. And Darren, you had a chance to call the game against Decatur MacArthur at Lincoln. That Lincoln won 46-37. And Lincoln's defense played pretty good that night.
Well, and we got after it defensively, and that's the name of our game. Defensively, they were missing one of their good players during that game, but really they still had their two top leading scorers, and that was Wilson and Meyer, that loved to shoot the three. They like to get up and down. They average like 60 points a game. We held them, I think, to maybe 39 that game. It was, like I said, defense, and we rebounded well. Biven had a great game. She had her way down low. I think she had 17 points in that first meeting against them. So, going into that game, we knew how good Decatur MacArthur was going to be, but I thought we played a really, really good game.
This is a DMAC program that has improved over the last couple of seasons. They beat Lincoln at Decatur Decatur MacArthur 2 years ago on their floor, and it was kind of a surprise win for Decatur MacArthur. And then Lincoln, Decatur MacArthur probably came in favored against Lincoln at Lincoln, and Lincoln was able to beat them at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Lincoln again won 46-39 on February the 7th. As DW said, Grace Biven had 17, was the leading scorer for Lincoln. Mia Clark had 13. Lincoln is on a 9-game winning streak. Decatur MacArthur is on a 3-game winning streak. Their last loss, ironically, came against Lincoln at Roy S. on February the 7th. We watched a little bit of the game that they won against Champaign Central in the sectional opener, 71-58. They were down 5 in the first quarter, and honestly, it was a wild game. It was up and down the floor. There were a lot of turnovers going on, and Lincoln got a lot of turnovers against Bloomington, but wasn't able to capitalize. They'll need to capitalize on more on the turnovers tonight. For sure. I watched the first quarter of that MacArthur Champaign Central. Champaign Central was up 5 points going in the second quarter. They were up to 18-13, and that's kind of funny because our halftime score was 14-11 the game before, and their first quarter score was 18-13. But like you said, a lot of turnovers. But when I left at the first quarter, I looked at Brett Farr. I said MacArthur is going to win by 10 points because MacArthur, they really will get after it defensively. Champaign defense was optional. Well, we saw that when we played Champaign Central at Champaign, that defense was somewhat optional. I mean, they gave up 69 to Lincoln, and Lincoln shot the lights out, including Mia Clark. But Decatur MacArthur, you're right. After watching them the last couple of years, they will get after it defensively, and that's another thing Lincoln's going to have to watch is not turning the ball over. Right, and then that's what MacArthur's going to feast on is getting turnovers because they do love to get out and run. But with this big court, we talked about it Tuesday night, how big this court is. This bigger court really can be advantage to us too because they've got a lot of girls that aren't, they're quick, but I don't think they're as quick as we are. Tell you what, let's go ahead and check tonight's list of the game, sponsored by Me Realty. When it's time to sell, if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. DW, 3 keys to tonight's ball game. We probably already listed a couple of them. Yeah, one big one is defense, the effort going out there. This championship sectionals, you got to leave everything out of the line, and it starts with our defense. We've held opponents on this winning streak. We've held them under 40 points, and that's usually the biggest key right there. MacArthur only scored 39 against us the first time, but the second thing is huge is rebound. These guys are going to be a little physical. They got 3 or 4 girls in there. The Iyer girl, Ayers can really, I think they list her as 6'1". I don't know if she's 6'1". Biven looks a little taller than she does. And then Stewart has some size with her, and she can crash the boards. But and we got to limit the turnovers. We can't turn the ball over against, especially when you get later in the tournament. Turnovers going to, good teams are going to get the baskets for turnovers. Yep. That's tonight's list of the game, brought to you by Me Realty. When you're ready to list your home, contact the professionals at Me Realty or online at merealty.com. Just got a text from Kent Froby. The Frobies are sitting along the way. Kent's offered to help us with our vision because he says we're up in the nosebleed section. We may need help. I don't think his eyes are necessarily any better than ours. Hey, and the DMAC boys team just walked in here in support of the girls. That's nice to see. Oh, wow. Yeah. Tyrese Bryson right there. Coach of the Decatur MacArthur. You can't say that name because of comics listening. He'll have cold sweats. Right. Oh, yeah. You remember that. He's Stephen Decatur. Ooh, yes. Man. His junior year. Yeah. That at home, and Tyrese Bryson, of course, the later star at Illinois State University. Oh, yeah. But, again, Lincoln comes in tonight with a record of 25-8. You and I talked about this. No matter what happens, this season has been a rousing success for the Lincoln Lady Railers. Big time. And it's great for these 4 seniors that, because we lean on these 4 seniors. Yes, we've got a couple freshmen that are going to be really excellent. But these 4 seniors have seen everything. They've been in big games, too. They've watched 2 years ago when we ended up winning state. They were on the bench with that team that won state. So, they've seen it. They've been in it. That's why in close games, we were down 5 against Bloomington, in the fourth quarter, middle of fourth quarter, and Mia Clark comes down and says, okay, I'll take a 3, and drains it, and then we went on a little bit of run and then really end up winning in overtime. We've seen Corey Farmer this year do a lot of different things with the press and the 1-2-2 defense. What might you you expect from him tonight? Because can you change up a whole lot against a team you've already beaten by 7 at home?
Right. I mean, no, we just got to get after it. He's going to probably pick and choose his spots like he usually does because, this court's a bigger, so he's, don't expect him to press the whole game, but he's going to surprise them to where, and I can see MacArthur going to sleep a few times because they're going to want to catch the ball and go to where if we can surprise them, we like to come up early and quick and trap right in the corners right when they take the ball out. That could be a couple turnovers. We did that to Bloomington, and they turned it over a few times.
They tend to gamble a lot on defense. I would expect to see maybe some back doors or some lanes to the basket open, but that means the girls are going to have to finish.
Well, and that's going to be Mia Clark, too, because Mia Clark, she's going to get face guarded. Whoever's going to guard her, I don't know who's going to guard her, but whoever's going to guard her is going to face guard her. Our last 3 opponents, that's what they've done to Mia Clark, is try to take her out. And then guess who's usually open is our other shooter is Mason McLeod. And McLeod's going to have to hit some shots tonight. And I think a lot of the penetration to the hole is going to be big. Try to get even Decatur MacArthur in some foul trouble early.
We shot 18 of 24 from the free throw line against, on Tuesday night against Bloomington. And actually, that would have been a lot closer. We were 15 of 18 at one point, and then Grace unfortunately missed 3 free throws in a row there toward the end. But still, 18 of 24 is nothing to sneeze at, and they made more than I believe their opponents attempted on Tuesday night.
Right. I think Bloomington only attempted 9 free throws.
I think that's right.
9 free throws, and we made 18. And when you can get to the line 24 times, right there, they always think, it's going to be three-point shooters. But I tell you what, with this team, with Lily Holmes, Paisley Holmes, Biven down low, even Mia Clark can take the ball to the basket pretty good because that's what she's going to have to do tonight because they're going to guard her threes. She needs to attack the basket. But, yeah, getting to the line is going to be big against Decatur MacArthur.
You can negate a lot of the three-point advantage if another team has that by getting to the free throw line. You get them in foul trouble, and you change their strategy because if you're getting to the free throw line, it's likely coming from the fact you're attacking the basket and driving to the basket, not just standing out 30 feet trying to get three-point shots.
Exactly, and you can tell our Lincoln squad, they work on the shot fakes because I tell you what, Lily Holmes might have the best shot fake on this team because a lot of the times you could see her, she does it 3 or 4 times a game to where she'll show that ball up in the air and, everybody wants to block shots and jump and she'll go right around you. And that's going to be, it's going to be a key tonight to where, get to the line, find some contact, and get them in foul trouble. With looking at Decatur MacArthur, you got Meyer, that's their actually leading scorer, number 24. She averages close to 16 points a game, and she likes to throw the threes up, and so does Wilson. Man, I tell you what, watching that game against Champaign Central, there wasn't a shot that Wilson didn't like against Champaign, and half the time she was shooting it from the parking lot. But so you're going to have to find the shooters because you get one person hot, even if their percentages, because they only shoot 28. They shoot, I think, 28% from the three, and really 56% from the free throw line. So if Stewart and Ayers down there or anybody's going to the hole, I think Meyer's their best free throw shooter at like 62, 63. But if they're going to the hoop and they have a layup, we might want to put them on the line.
They don't have anybody on their roster, at least listed under 5 feet 9 inches. And you said they like to get after it on defense. We are a small team. We know that all year, but our guards are going to have to take extra care of the basketball and not get in the traps and not get in trouble out front or in the backcourt. They need to make sure they're moving the basketball and finding the open man.
And that's the biggest thing, because sometimes Grace Snyder, she can get around anybody. She has all year, anybody she can. But when she gets that deep, she needs to keep her dribble, maybe pull it out, or kick it to the corner for a shot.
And we talked earlier, just like at Lincoln, we think Grace Biven can cause a lot of problems for Decatur MacArthur inside.
Oh, yeah. And Grace did that over in Lincoln.
We are just about ready for the national anthem. And starting lineups, we're going to keep it right here for the national anthem. Let you hear it if you can. Decatur MacArthur's players around the three-point line to our right. Lincoln lined up in front of their bench to our left. Nice crowd across the way from Lincoln, including Kent and Carrie Froby and members of the Froby family. Tim McDougall across the way. A nice crowd here from Lincoln. Nice crowd from Decatur MacArthur.
IHSA girls basketball sectional
two CS8 teams matching up here in the sectional final at Normal West, and the possibility of meeting yet another CS8 team in the super sectional down at Chatham on Monday night.
Yeah, Chatham's got a tough game tonight. So yes, and what stinks about that, if we win and they win, we play them at Chatham like we did earlier this year.
Yep.
Game stoppages or ejections. This game is part of the statewide basketball series known as America's Original March Madness. On behalf of the 800-plus member schools of the Illinois High School Association, welcome to tonight's game between the Generals from Decatur MacArthur High School and the Railers from Lincoln.
And you can hear the Lincoln crowd across the way.
Oh, yeah.
Lincoln will be searching for their 7th sectional title in school history tonight.
Remove your caps and join in the playing of our national anthem.
Now our national anthem. This is the round of 16 under the old 2-class system. That would get you in the super sectional.
Right.
In the 4-class system, it is the sectional final. So I'm going to turn over to DW. DW, the starting lineups, if you will, for tonight's basketball game.
Yeah, it looks like Decatur's going to be the visiting team on the scoreboard, and the first one out for Decatur MacArthur is number 23, Jorney Wilson. She's their second leading scorer. Number 22, 5'11", senior, Lamar Cliff. Next one out. Number 12, 6'1", senior, Ashanti Ayers. Their leading scorer coming out. Number 24, 5'11", senior, Lexi Meyer. The last one come out is a number 4, 5'9", senior, Kylie Carson.
MacArthur in the road black uniforms, white numerals, and Lincoln in the home whites tonight.
First one out, our leading scorer, number 25, 5'9", senior, Mia Clark. Next one out, number 11, 5'6", senior, Mesa McLeod. And the girl in the middle, a freshman, number 24, 6 foot, Grace Biven. Next one out, number 2, 5'5", senior, Lily Holmes. And the one that runs the floor for Lincoln, number 3, 5'3", senior, Grace Schneider.
Jadon Bryant, the coach of Decatur MacArthur, and she's got some about 6-inch stiletto heels on. She's taller than anybody in her huddle.
I was going to say, she might be 6 foot. She might be 6'5" with those heels.
I was going to say, at least.
Right.
Corey Farmer in his huddle. Ladies about to break. MacArthur going to move from right to left as you look at your radio dial. Lincoln going to move from left to right. And it will be Ayers and Biven to tap it up center court.
Ought to be a good jump ball with Grace and Ashanti jumping it up.
Ayers is their leading rebounder, nearly 6 a game, and she's their leading field goal shooter at 46% a game. But as you said, none of them shoot free throws particularly well.
No, I don't think Ayers, I don't think she's even attempted a 3, too, and with that size, you wouldn't think she would.
Here is the tap, and it is up, and Biven tips it to Clark. Clark in the backcourt, now bringing it into the front court. Journey Wilson guarding her, and MacArthur really playing tight man-to-man defense. Left side Schneider, back out front Clark.
Oh!
McLeod, and nearly stolen by Meyer. Oh, and a dangerous cross-court pass there. Schneider got it. Diven posted up inside. They go inside to Grace. Grace with Carson on her. Right side, Lily Holmes. Nice ball fake. Up in. No good. Rebound battle for Holmes has got it. Holmes up in. Batted out of bounds by Wilson, and I thought that might have been a foul there, but it may have been a clean block.
Great job by Lily following her shot right there. Missed the layup, but she ended up getting a big rebound.
McLeod to inbound. They go in the corner. Clark. Clark not able to get her shot off. Drives baseline to Mesa. Mesa out front. Grace. Grace going to drive it in. Now bringing it back out. Schneider calls the play. Comes around the screen from Bivet.
Oh, Bivens open.
Got it, Biven inside. Grace, the kick out. No, Grace is going to go left-handed hook up and good. Grace Biven inside, and you're right. I don't think they've got anybody in there that can handle her. She gets it in that deep. Meyer in the backcourt, nearly stolen away. And Carson comes out with it into the front court. Carson against the Lincoln defense.
Tell you what, Lily could have some. Carson's going to have some problems with Lily Holmes out there.
And they keep making passes like that. Lily's going to end up picking those things off. They go into corner Wilson. Wilson back out front Meyer. Meyer left side Carson. Carson looked in the corner. Get on her. Shot out front. Meyer no good. Not even close. Ball batted out of bounds. It should be Lincoln basketball.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that was a bad shot. She just threw up, but you got to make sure you're at least near her, because once she gets one or two down, she can get hot.
MacArthur going to show the pressure in the backcourt, and quickly Schneider into the front court. Schneider double teamed, had to throw it to McLeod. Mesa going to drive it in. Mesa back out to Mia. Mia, the left-handed dribble around Ayers. Left-handed, oh my! Wow. Up and good! 4-0 Lincoln. 6:22 to go here in the first period. Carson and Meyer in the backcourt. Carson in the front court now, and she just hooked Lily Holmes and got away from the trap. Now they'll set it up. They'll post Wilson at the free throw line, and Ayers will be posted down low. Carson dribbles out front, and MacArthur trying to spread the Lincoln defense out. Carson, left side Meyer. Meyer into the corner. That would be Cliff. Cliff back out front Meyer. Meyer cross court Carson. They look inside Ayers. Meyer around a screen. Throws it inside. Ball batted away. Clark got a hand on it. And Mason McLeod ended up with it.
Great defense by Lincoln.
Schneider around the Biven screen. Schneider nearly carried the basketball, and Grace will work it back to the left side. Grace had the ball batted away by Carson. Grace brings it back out front, tries to spread the floor a little bit. Schneider into the corner. Schneider around the Biven screen. Schneider going to try and go to the hole. Layup time, no good. Got knocked to the floor. Here they come the other way. Back. Meyer throws it ahead. Shot up, no good. Ball batted out of bounds. It's Lincoln basketball.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get back, because they will run on you.
Biven tried to get back and did cause a little bit of that missed shot. But on the ensuing rebound, it was batted out by MacArthur and McLeod. Mesa looking for somebody, and they're all over Schneider.
Timeout.
And they get it to Schneider. Grace tries to drive through the trap, falls to the floor. Mesa's got it. You may have numbers here. Gets it to Biven, and Grace will get it to Grace.
I thought Mia Clark had her posted down low, too.
They get it to Clark. Clark, top of the circle, lost the basketball. Mia Wilson all over her. Nice little spin move. Mia drives in, had the ball batted away. Oh, that might have been MacArthur basketball.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, they're giving it to Lincoln, but it looked like it was off Mia's leg or knee.
Yep, and I think the official was blocked off.
We'll take that.
Nice pass into Lily Holmes. Missed a bunny under the bucket. Here comes Meyer the other way. Clark needs to turn around and stop her from coming in, and Mia just left her.
I mean, I don't know why Mia didn't step in and maybe take a charge or whatever, because Mia was way back.
I mean, and Schneider gets fouled in the backcourt. The foul's going to be on Lamar Cliff, but there's no other way to describe it, DW. Hey. Mia Clark pulled away from the drive of Lexi Meyer.
Yeah, I mean.
And she had Biven beat.
You got to stop the ball first.
So it's 4-2 Lincoln, 4:26 to go here in the first period. And Schneider brings it up the floor against Cliff.
Yeah, I think she can get by Cliff anytime, but she's got to make sure she She's got to make one move and get by her.
Schneider, Cliff on her. Grace.
That's a 5-second call.
Yep.
That's going to be a 5-second call. She wasn't in and out like she usually does. She'll take you all the way, but we're getting too late into setting what we want to set up in.
Paisley Holmes about to come in the basketball game and stop a play to let Paisley in the basketball game for Grace. Schneider going to take a seat.
Paisley Holmes enters the lineup.
4-2 Lincoln. 4:10 to go here in the first period. MacArthur in the backcourt. Now cross-court Cliff. Cliff going to drive it in. Cliff crossover dribble. Now pulls it back out. Out front Meyer. Meyer in the corner Carson. Carson drives baseline. Carson handoff to Ayers. Nice play, nice ball movement, and a layup, and it's 4-4. Holmes. Myers all over her, and Paisley falls down. Just turned her through the ball. Unfortunately, Mesa picks it up. Mesa to Biven to Paisley. Paisley back out to Mesa. Lincoln looking a little disheveled right now. Lily Holmes trying to drive it in. Now she'll pull it back out. Lily to Paisley. Paisley. Little spin move in there. Here comes the run and jump. Should be somebody open. Lily Holmes to Biven. Biven inside, up and no good. Missed a 5-footer left-handed.
That's 2 layups we've missed right there, and you got to make those against a team like this.
In the corner they go. Wilson, 3 out of the corner, no good. Biven the rebound, ahead to Holmes. Lily one-on-one against Myers. Is she going to take it in? Yes, lays it up and got it.
Yeah, you got to attack her.
3 minutes on the clock. 6-4 Lincoln, and here they come. Carson the other way, runs right into Biven, and they call a block. Oh, no! The foul goes against Grace Biven. That is her first.
I just don't know how Carson got that up that, because the only one was back was Lily Holmes scoring that layup, and they beat our defense back right there. Yeah, that
and
can't
it looks
happen.
like Carson is hurt.
Yeah, she's not.
She ran right into Grace Biven and fell, and it looks like she's limping. Trainer going to come out and have a look at her. She's trying. She wants to play. You can tell, but I don't know if she's twisted an ankle, knee. She was holding her wrist, and they're going to take her out of the court. Schneider going to come in for Lily Holmes. And Kylie Carson is going to take a seat and head back for the trainer's room.
Zanaya Gibbs will be at the line for 2 shots.
Zanaya Gibbs, a 5'11 junior. They list her at 5'11. She doesn't look that big to me. She comes in for Carson, and she'll go to the free throw line and shoot the shots. With Lincoln up 6-4, 2:58 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, she's a 54% free throw shooter.
Made the first one with no problem.
Nope.
And now one more. Chance to tie up the game.
Yeah, you got to screen out here.
Second one for Gibbs. Up and good. Hit them both. And Lincoln inbound, length of the floor to go. They get into Paisley. Carson's all over her. And Paisley running right up the floor. Paisley had the ball knocked stripped out of her hands and let it go. Wilson knocked it out of her hands, and we talked about this. They're going to have to watch getting those traps because MacArthur will go at you that way.
Yeah, they're going to run and jump. They're a little like their boys team too.
Yep. Into Biven. Biven 5-footer might have got fouled and no good. And here we come the other way, and they're on the run. Wilson.
That's another layup that we got to hit.
Out front, Wilson. Wilson tries to drive around Schneider. In the corner to Cliff. Back out front, Wilson. Left side they go, Meyer. Meyer will take it inside, get it back to Wilson. She lost the basketball, gets it back, drives in, runs right into Biven, and that's a travel.
Yeah, that's a travel.
And good defense there by Lincoln and Grace Biven. Well, there are going to be some tired girls out there after this one. McLeod gets it inbounds to Clark, and Mia will try and bring it up against Meyer. Mia's in trouble, picked up her dribble, in trouble, gets it to Paisley. Paisley across the timeline. Myers running. Meyer needs a saddle right there. Pass into Biven. Biven is fouled. Oh no! That was a terrible call.
Are you kidding me?
A jump ball was called. Grace Biven drove in. The ball squirts out of bounds.
Wow.
And a jump ball was called. That is a terrible call.
That's amazing. We had him the other night.
And they go inside Ayers. She's got nobody on her. Up and good. And MacArthur has the lead. 8-6. McLeod to Schneider. Grace up the floor. Grace dribbling between the defenders. Here comes Grace in a hurry. Grace, Ayers, and Grace dribbled off her foot and out of bounds. Coach, too many mistakes here in the first quarter.
Well, because we're just dribbling the length of the court to where we're not going anywhere. I mean, we're getting caught either underneath the basket, and I mean, that's really unforced errors. Yeah, all our turnovers are unforced. We've got to take our time. You know, when you get the ball, let everybody clear out and go.
Gibbs, nice move inside, threw it up, no good, and tapped out of there. Holmes has it. She runs into Lexi Meyer, and Meyer's going to get called for a foul, and I almost thought Paisley traveled on
well, and there again, Paisley is wanting to go 110 miles per hour, and we don't have to. I mean, we've got to catch the ball, look down the court, and then go.
They get it into Schneider, a dangerous pass there. Gibbs nearly stole it. Schneider into the front corner. Now Grace is going to pull it out. Schneider going to drive it in, throws it up, got fouled. And I think the foul's going to be on a shot of Ayers. Let's see what the official indicates here at the scoreboard. And no, it is on Zanaya Gibbs. That is her first.
Zanaya Gibbs, her first, team's third.
Yeah, it looks like Carson's going to check back in.
Schneider at the free throw line. Nice crowd filed in from MacArthur, and Schneider missed the first of two. And a bigger crowd has come in from Lincoln. It's a pretty good crowd here at Normal West Gymnasium, which is pretty good sized. Minute 20 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest crowd I've seen from MacArthur in a while.
Schneider, second one, and missed them both. Barely hit the rim. I'm not even sure it did.
I don't know why. I think it hit the bottom of the rim, so I don't know why that guy was calling it
I thought it did too.
Air ball.
So Lincoln down 8-6, minute 15 to go here in the first quarter. They tried to throw it inside, and Paisley stole it away. Wilson fouled her, and that'll be 3 on MacArthur's at 4 on MacArthur.
That should be 4 right there.
Journey Wilson picks up her first foul, and that's 4 on the Generals here in the first quarter.
Yeah, good job by Paisley with her hands.
McLeod to inbound. Across the way on the sideline, looking for somebody, and finally throws it into Grace in the backcourt. Schneider against Cliff, handoff to Holmes. Holmes, nice bounce pass to Bivin. Bivin up and good.
There we go. And again, Bivin and Paisley work great together too.
We're tied at 8. Will MacArthur play for the last shot? They don't tend to be patient on offense, but things could change here. We've seen Tyrese Bryson spread the floor in the past, and the girls.
And they're good.
Yeah, the MacArthur girls may be taking a page out of the boys' playbook. Cross-court pass. Nearly stolen by McLeod. Meyer out front to Wilson. Wilson in the corner. Cliff, she'll throw up a left-handed 3. Good! Wow! Lamar Cliff threw up a left-handed 3 out of the corner and got it. And it was a long 3. Schneider quickly up the floor. 17 seconds on the clock. Lincoln down 3, 11-8. Schneider. Lincoln playing for the last shot of the first quarter to Bivin. Bivin to Holmes. Paisley to Mia Clark. 20-footer left side. Bang! Tie ball game! At the end of one quarter, it is Lincoln 11 and DMAC 11 on the 3 by Mia Clark. We'll take a 60-second timeout.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Back here at Normal West High School, where Lincoln and Decatur MacArthur are tied at 11 after one quarter. And DW, that was a heck of a three by Mia Clark to end the first period.
That was big, especially after Cliff just buried one from the corner to where we ran a great set where we got a good screen and Mia Clark hit a big three. And there's Paisley.
Paisley with a great crossover dribble and missed a bunny inside. Had the layup and just went too fast. Here they come the other way. Wilson cut off by Schneider. Back out front, Meyer in the corner. Cliff, she'll launch another three. Nope. And rebound Biven. Biven quickly ahead to McLeod. To Paisley Holmes. Paisley up the floor. Back to Schneider.
Yeah, man, that's about the third or fourth layup that we've missed. You got to make it in tight games like this.
And nice pass to Biven from Schneider. Biven went up, blocked, gets her board. Paisley Holmes, free throw line, shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it is MacArthur ball.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if the ball's slippery or whatever. It's hit Biven's hands a couple times and right out of it.
MacArthur substitutions.
Lily Holmes just checked in for Mesa.
Rakea Harper in the ball game for Decatur MacArthur. Carson's back in the game for MacArthur.
Oh, that's a walk.
Harper, right side, goes in the corner. Gibbs. Gibbs drives baseline on Clark, cut off. Gibbs traveled with a basketball, no call. Back out front, Harper. Harper, cross court, Carson. Carson out front. They got Meyer over here on the left side isolated. Harper drives in, kicks it to Meyer left side. Shot out of the corner. Meyer, no good. Rebound, up and good. That was Ayers who got the rebound inside from Mia Clark. Laid it up and in. It's 13-11 DMAC.
And Ayers is their top rebounder. You got to be able to make sure you.
Holmes goes left side. Biven back to Paisley. Paisley going to drive it baseline against Ayers. Paisley is fouled by Carson.
Oh, what?
Oh my goodness. Well, I can only imagine that Brett Farmer is across the way yelling very loud. 6:32 to go here in the second quarter. DMAC up 13-11 with the ball on the Lincoln turnover. Meyer, left side Carson. Carson goes baseline Gibbs. Gibbs back out front Carson. Carson drives in, travel the ball, no call, throws it up, no good, and they've got the rebound. Carson got the rebound, I don't know how. They throw it to Harper. She lost the ball, and Clark's got it. Clark 1-on-2 the other way. Mia had the ball stripped from behind, gets it back, goes under the basket, reverse layup, no good.
I tell you what, she got bumped the whole way down the court and no call.
Here they come the other way. Gibbs traveled with a basketball, lost it out of bounds. And right now, Coach, the pace favors Decatur MacArthur.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, we're wanting to just get the ball and go to where set some things up. I mean, you looked at the last couple of possessions when we've scored. We've ran a couple nice sets. Tell you what, Grace Schneider has got to go to the ball, not away from the ball. Right there, she gets a screen, but she's running away from where Mason McLeod's taking the ball out. She's got to go to the ball and meet it.
Wilson and Cliff back in the basketball game for DMAC. Sage Gilbert has come in for Lincoln. Mason to inbound. Lincoln length of the floor to go. 5:56 to go. And Schneider gets it inbound. Schneider will work against Cliff. And gets it into the front court. Now Lincoln going to set up against this tough MacArthur man-to-man defense. Schneider out front. Schneider around the screen from Gilbert. Back to Clark. 25-footer. Is it, baby? No. Across the iron. Ball in the corner.
That's us. I think Lexi hit. Lexi Meyer hit that.
I think you're right.
Because she was running, and then all of a sudden I can't get it.
Stop, yeah. Not a bad shot from Mia Clark. She had a wide open shot. It just slid across the back of the iron and went out of bounds.
And one of the few times she'll be wide open, too. She was wide open for that three.
So DMAC will come the other way with 5:30 on the clock, left in the half. Meyer into the front court. Lily Holmes comes out to get her. D-Max stacks up 4 people down on the baseline, and now they start their motion. Cliff, cross-court Meyer. And now it looks like D-Mac may try and spread the floor just a little bit here. Nope, they posted Wilson free throw line. Now they've gone almost into a 1-3-1 offense. They go left side Cliff. Cliff. In the corner goes Wilson. Wilson to Cliff. Cliff.
Get on her.
To Lania Taylor. Shot up and no good. And rebound. Clark comes out with it. Mia up the floor. Pass ahead to Schneider. Grace nearly lost it. Grace going to drive it in. Grace in trouble. Mason McLeod, 20-footer right side. Nope. And it's stuck in the rim in the backboard. That is a jump ball, and it's D-Mac ball. Amari Stewart into the basketball game for D-Mac.
I mean, when we've been able to take care of the ball, we've gotten some wide open shots and pretty good shots.
You know, I kind of think Lincoln's fortunate to be down only 13-11 at this point.
But, I mean, you got to go back to the first quarter to where we missed probably 3 or 4, point-blank layups.
30-second timeout taken by Decatur MacArthur. Me Realty, whether buying or selling, trust the pros at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln, or go online to MeRealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Coach, it was one of those things we talked about early on. You had to capitalize on D-Mac's turnovers, but really the pace, they've sped us up more than we probably want to be sped up.
Well, and that's when our turnovers happen is we get the ball and we want to just go. Instead of catching the ball, let the defense clear out, because all it is one-on-one. And Grace Schneider has dealt with one-on-one all the time, so make everybody else clear out, get set on your offense, and then bring up the ball.
D-Mac the basketball, 4:32 to go here in the half. In the corner they go Cliff. Back out front Meyer. Yes. Cliff.
Stewart's
they're looking inside now. Stewart. Ball batted around. She's got it.
That's a jump.
Oh, no, they're going to call a foul on Lincoln.
Jump ball earlier, but yeah, that's...
Foul, I believe, was Mia Clark.
I mean, if you're going to get in there, get in there. Don't be just trying to reach. Get in there and make sure you get the ball.
D-Mac had a little trouble getting the ball inbound. They get it out front. Meyer in the corner. Throws it cross court Wilson. Wilson in the corner, Cliff. Shot out of the corner, no good. Ball bounces high again off the rim. And Bivens skies above everybody to grab the board. Bivens to Snyder. Snyder quickly up the floor.
Yes, I mean, she beats everybody down the court, so, I mean, you can set up your offense. Now we're just finally getting set up.
And got to watch the count. Now she breaks the count. They're face guarding Mia Clark, as you suspected. And now she goes, Snyder going to go all the way to the hole, up and no good. Oh, my goodness. Another bunny missed, and she had a wide open layup.
Man, you're not going to get an easier layup than that.
No, and it's tough to win basketball games when you're missing those shots. Cliff, nearly stolen by Lily Holmes. Shot up and no good off the front of the iron. Holmes taps it to Mia Clark. Clark, and again, too much dribbling for my taste. Gets it ahead to Schneider. Schneider to Lily Holmes. Lily could have had it lane to the basket. Bivens free throw line. In the corner, Holmes nearly lost the basketball. Lily around the screen, inside, gets it to Bivens. Bivens, 8-footer, good.
That's our first 2 points in this quarter.
Tie ball game at 13. 3:04 to go in the half.
I mean, the good thing, they've only scored 2 in this quarter.
Sage Gilbert into the game, looking to come into the game. Wilson, Meyer in the corner, they go Cliff. She lost the basketball, and Clark comes out with it. Had Lily Holmes ahead of the pack, and Mia will drive it across the timeline. Jeez, I can't talk tonight. Schneider going to pull it out. Schneider, left side Bivens. Free throw line, Holmes. Holmes, Clark. Clark had the shot, didn't take it. Clark in the corner, Bivens. Bivens going to drive it in. Nice little drive, throws it up, and
he's called travel.
Good Lord.
Wow, he called the travel there.
Well, the traveling call on Grace Biven, the turnover will go to D-Mac.
I mean, this is 13-13, but the pace is up and down to where this is the most I've seen Coach Farmer sub in one quarter.
Corey Farmer just stared down one of the officials. He was out on the floor. Meyer in the corner, runs against Gilbert, tries to throw it inside, and they threw the ball away. That should be Lincoln basketball, and it is.
That's us. 2:09 left, 13-13. What a second quarter defensively.
McLeod to inbounds, and she'll go into Snyder.
Now wait, and now move. There you go. You could blow right by her.
Grace against Carson. Grace around Carson. Hand off to Gilbert. Gilbert in the lane. Left side or right side McLeod. Mesa back out front Paisley. Paisley going to drive the left hand. Paisley to Biven. Biven to McLeod. Wide open. Oh, nice fake by Biven.
She walked though. I mean,
she did.
She's got to be ready to shoot. It takes Mesa a little longer to shoot the ball to where she's got to be ready to shoot.
You know, it is no knock against her, but Mesa is a pure set shooter. She's got to have the ball just right to get her shot off.
Yeah, I thought Biven actually should have created something down there. She's 6 foot. She could have jumped and made it over there because Ayers ain't even in the game that's taller than her.
Clark going to come back in the basketball game for Lincoln. Minute 42 on the clock. We're tied at 13. And a foul on Grace Schneider.
You know, and that's not horrible. You know, you want to put pressure. You know, make them dribble the ball. Make them go somewhere.
I'm not sure they have great ball handlers anyway, and Zaniah Gibbs in the basketball game, she's shown the tendency to be a little bit wild, so why not put some pressure on her? And Paisley going to get out there on Cliff. Now Paisley at the point. Clark came in. Gilbert takes a seat. They go in the corner. Wilson, she'll fire out of the corner. Got it.
That's the first time she shot a three tonight. And she's second on their team in three-pointers.
Journey Wilson, she's kind of like a black hole. You get it to her in the corner, and it's not coming out. Schneider, again, going to have to watch the count out front. Gets it to Biven. Biven, hand off to Paisley Holmes. Paisley's going to drive it in. Layup time. No. Minute on the clock. MacArthur up 16-13, and Jadon Bryant, wonder if she'll have him hold for the last shot. They will have the ball to start the second half. They get out front. Gibbs just throws it, runs in the lane, throws it up, didn't get it. Ball out of bounds off of McLeod. It'll stay DMAC basketball.
You gotta rebound right there. Mason McLeod had good position down there. You gotta grab that board. I mean, this is championship of sectionals. You gotta make plays. And right now, we're just not making enough plays.
They throw it out front to Wilson. Wilson, left-handed dribble on Schneider, goes back to the right side. Meyer, long pass inside Gibbs. They go back out front. Wilson, she drives in the lane, throws up a wild shot. No good. Ball batted out of bounds, and it is Lincoln ball.
We got lucky there.
Very
I thought
lucky.
We tipped it out.
I thought so, too. There were a lot of arms in there for both teams, and might have got a break there. 34 seconds on the clock. And they get into Schneider.
Yeah, wait till everybody gets down the floor and then just make one move and go.
Grace into the front court, gets it to Paisley. Paisley. Back cut to Mia Clark. Layup time. Yes. Got it. You know, we talked about back cuts being open, and it was open right there. And 16-15 the MacArthur lead.
Big defensive stop right here.
Yeah, you don't want to give up points here because they got the ball to start second half. Nice steal inside. Clark goes for it. Couldn't save it in bounds. 6.3 on the clock. Good defense by Lincoln.
Great job by Mia getting around there. Because go
ahead.
Wilson's already hit 1-3, and that's where she's been setting up to where now we're getting out there, and Mia did a great job of coming across.
Lanaya Taylor in the ball game for DMAC.
Put pressure on her. Put pressure on her.
2 seconds on the clock. Wilson, 30-footer, no good. Not an air ball. And at the end of the half, it is Decatur MacArthur 16, Lincoln 15. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, DW and I will have the Ground Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lady Railer basketball on Logan County Sports Voice, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, The Johnson Family, Simply Traveled Cruise Planners, United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball.
Back here at Normal West High School, where Decatur MacArthur leads Lincoln 16-15. And you and I talked earlier, and I think Lincoln's lucky to only be down one, considering the number of bunnies that they missed on the offensive end. You and I talked that if they make half of those, they're probably up 4 to 6 points at this point.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. You know, in games like this, you've got to be able to make plays because, you know, farther you get, the better teams you're going to be facing. And, you know, 26-16, that's really, really good. Decatur MacArthur, you've got to make those layups because really the wide open layup Snyder missed. That was probably the easiest layup right there. Grace Biven missed a couple of them. So you got to make those. We only was free throw line twice.
Yeah.
And they were only at the free throw line twice. They were 2 for 2. We were 0 for 2. So, you know, again, big games, you know, you got to see who's going to step up in the big games. Right now, you know, Decatur MacArthur's up 16-15 to where, I mean, it's been a great defensive game, but it's crazy how up and down it's been, and it's only 16-15.
We've held a team that averages 60 points a game offensively to 16 in the first half. So I think our defense, you can say, has been pretty good in the first half. MacArthur has played good defense. They've done it. They put a lot of pressure on people, but they also gamble a lot. And we've been able to get past MacArthur. But you've got to finish. And you and I both know that not one play does not lose you a basketball game. It's a series of mistakes that go on during the game that you point to and say each one of those is why we lost.
Well, and that's the craziest thing too is people always say, you know, when we, you know, you lost by 1, they always look at the fourth quarter or a couple missed shots late in the game or whatever. No, I'm looking at the first quarter, second quarter, and all the turnovers, all the missed layups, you know, because those things add up to where you make free throws. You know, you miss, you know, 6-7 free throws. You're looking at making half of those, you know, you win the game. So it's not comes down to the fourth. It's coming down like right now. It's first through the fourth quarter.
You can play a perfect 3 quarters of basketball, the last 3 quarters perfect, and lose by 1 and go back to the first quarter and find out where you made a bunch of mistakes and say there's where we lost the basketball game. It wasn't at the end. It was at the beginning. You know, Coach, you got scoring here at the halftime. It's probably not much.
Not much, especially 16-15. But you got Gibbs with 2 for 2 from the line. She's got 2 points. Ayers killed us inside. She has 6 points. Cliff hit a big 3. She's got 3. Wilson hit a 3 for 3. And Lexi Meyer, their leading scorer, about 16 points a game, has only got 2. For Lincoln, our leading scorer, Mia Clark, has 7. Lily Holmes has 2. Grace Biven has 6, and that's pretty much the scoring for Lincoln with 15.
Nobody real foul trouble. In fact, MacArthur has 14 fouls. All of those were committed in the first quarter. Lincoln has 3 fouls, all one each, and I think most of those were committed in the second quarter.
Yeah.
So really nobody in any foul trouble, and it has been kind of a game where the officials have let them play, but it really hasn't been anything you say is, I would say, is one-sided or the other. There have been fouls they didn't call on us, and there have been fouls they didn't call on Decatur MacArthur.
Oh, for sure. It's both ways, to where some of the jump balls, to where you're going for the ball and then all of a sudden there is a foul. But and that's the thing I don't like is if girls are and guys are going for the ball, let it play out to see who. Don't be calling it right off the get-go to where some refs, if you get a hand on the ball, is calling a jump ball right instantly, and you want them to play it out.
And we've seen that in a number of girls games during the regular season where it's just a matter, you got the ball and I just reach over and touch it,
right?
And it's an automatic, and quickly it's a jump ball because we don't want you fighting for the ball. But sometimes it's better just to let them play it out. Unless they're slugging somebody or punching them, let them go for the ball. They're both going for the ball.
And that's the only thing is if it was physical from the get-go, from first all the way to third, that's the only way the refs could say, we don't want this to get out of hand. It's getting too physical to where we better call it quickly.
The Lady Generals back on the floor. Lincoln's Lady Railers not yet back on the floor. What adjustments you think Coach Farmer might be making at halftime?
I mean, defensively, he doesn't have to make any. I mean, I think we're getting out on the shooters. I think Cliff was wide open a couple times. She made one of them to where you got to make sure you get out there, at least be near them so they're not wide open and can drink a cup of coffee and shoot a 3. So you got to make sure you're near them. But defensively, we don't have to. Offensively, when we get the ball, they're pressing, full court press. When Snyder gets the ball or Paisley Holmes, they can't just grab it and put it right on the floor, because that's when Decatur MacArthur is going to run and jump. Is when they see you put it on the floor and your head's down, they're going to come and get you in double team to where you need to catch the ball, let the rest of your team go down, because MacArthur's not in a zone press. They're in a man-to-man press, and Schneider can get the ball up the court in 2 seconds.
And I think you hit the nail on the head there, dribbling with your head down. I think sometimes when our girls dribble with their head down and want to take it 94 feet down the floor, they miss an opportunity to dish it off to somebody and maybe create something instead of, okay, I'm going to dribble all the way down to the baseline and then have to turn around and bring it back out.
Exactly, and that's going to be the big key, and still stay on the boards.
Right.
I thought we did a pretty decent job on rebounding in that first half to where we got to stay with that, limit the turnovers, and make the easy buckets.
They did get, I think, 1 or 2 putback buckets, but in the grand scheme of things, I really don't think that we did a bad job on the boards. We didn't get a whole lot of offensive rebounds, that's for sure, but when you're going in there and you're missing bunnies and there's 3 MacArthur players around the bucket, you're not going to get many rebounds.
Right. And just stay with the game plan. I think Coach Farmer has had a great game plan to where, I mean, you could easily say Lincoln could be up 5 or 6 points. Like I said, if you make half your layups, you're probably leading this game.
We can, and you and I both know, you can talk about woulda, shoulda, coulda, but when you get to the sectional final, it's about execution. It's about, and you talked about it, you got to make plays. You have to make plays.
Yeah, and usually, you're looking the stars to make the plays and your leading scorers to make the plays. It's usually someone different to where wins a big game, like against Bloomington. This is our freshman Paisley Holmes that came out with defense in that fourth quarter and overtime and some big free throws down the stretch to where, that won us the game right there.
I think as you talked about Mason McLeod and our shooters, if you're going to shoot the basketball, you got to be ready to shoot it. You got to be ready to shoot it when you get the ball. Because if you bobble a little bit, they're going to be on you.
Well, and that's when you penetrate the middle, that's when the outside Mia Clark or Mason McLeod, you get in a position to where you're ready to catch and shoot the ball. And that's the thing with Mason. If she's playing basketball next year, that's what she needs to work on this summer, is where, you know, she's got to catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. You can't take, especially in college, you can't take more than 2 or 3 seconds to get that ball up there. You're getting it blocked.
Grace Biven with 6 points in the first half joined the 300-point club in a season for the Lincoln ladies as a freshman. And Lincoln will have the basketball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, this is a big, you know, first 3 minutes are always big when you're talking, when the coaches talk to you at halftime. First 3 minutes, see how it sets the tone of the rest of the game.
MacArthur going to continue the pressure, not a surprise. They go inbounds Clark in the backcourt. And Clark, the left-handed dribble on Cliff. Now the spin move, goes to the right hand, looks to hand off, hands it off to Schneider. Schneider throws it to Biven. Nice interior pass up and good.
Nice.
Grace Biven, and 17-16, the Lincoln lead. 7:40 to go. Nice opening play for Lincoln's Lady Railers, drawing first blood here in the second half.
And a great set by Coach Farmer.
Shot by Cliff, left-handed three, back of the iron, no good on the floor. Lily Holmes taps it out of bounds.
Yeah, right there. You got to have everybody crashing that ball. I know that was a long rebound. Long rebounds are usually pretty tough, but it looked like Lily might have been ready to head down the floor.
Meyer to inbounds to Wilson. That would have been a big possession for Lincoln, or a big play for Lincoln, a defensive stop, and a chance to come down and add to the lead.
Oh, thought Lily could have probably had that.
In the corner they go, Gibbs. They throw it inside, up and no good by Ayers. She was too far into the bucket. McLeod in the backcourt, and we need to have one of our guards, and McLeod's going to take it across the timeline. Finally hands it off to Schneider.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's Grace at? You want Grace to make sure, all right, now the ref's counting.
Schneider inbounds, or interior pass, Biven up and good! Grace with a great ball fake, and Ayers went right past her, and it's 19-16.
And both of those were sets by Coach Farmer right there.
It looks to me like Lincoln looks a little more composed to start the second half, Darren.
Well, and we're not just flying up the court.
Cliff threw up a wild shot. Ayers lost the basketball. Schneider's got it. She's got Lily with her. But Grace is going to have to pull it out. Grace to Mia Clark.
That's
Clark
smart.
back to Grace. Grace going to drive it in. Layup time. No good. Grace is on the floor. Here comes Meyer the other way ahead to Wilson. Lincoln didn't get back. Wilson lays it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Lincoln basketball. No!
Yeah, I thought that was Lincoln. Well, we stood there and looked at the ball. I thought Mason McLeod had that rebound right there, and it looked like I thought it was number 10. Did she just take a seat? But
Gibbs. Yeah, I thought it was Gibbs. Out of bounds off Gibbs. But anyway, DMAC will still have the basketball. They throw it inbounds to Cliff.
We do a great job.
Right side Meyer, she'll throw up a 25-footer, no good, around and out. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and Mia Clark did tap that one out of bounds.
Again, that's third opportunity from MacArthur right here. You can't give a team 3 or 4 opportunities to shoot the ball, because right now we're up 19-16. We could have the ball going up.
And we're getting our hands on the basketball. We just got to grab the doggone thing. And Gibbs nearly lost it between her own legs. Dribble. Wilson back to Meyer. Wilson free throw line, left side Gibbs, she'll drive baseline, threw it off of Clark's leg and out of bounds.
Another good defense, gave up baseline, but we kind of recovered right there.
5:51 on the clock here in the third quarter, Lincoln up 19-16. They throw it inbounds, they get it to Cliff out front, Wilson, little stutter step, goes right side, Wilson back out front, Gibbs, Meyer, here comes Meyer in a hurry. Meyer throws it inside. Nice pass to Stewart. Stewart kick out Cliff to Gibbs. Good defense by Lincoln inside. Stewart couldn't get the shot off. Wilson, 25-footer out front. Good.
Wow. That was a bomb.
Journey Wilson just stepped back from the three-point line and drained it. They get it into Grace.
Again, that shouldn't have happened because we didn't have the rebounds.
Grace across the timeline. Grace around the screen. Biven, Clark. Biven's posted up inside. Hand off Lily Holmes. Biven's on the floor. McLeod out front Schneider. Grace down the lane. A wild shot up. No good and a foul. I think Grace got bailed out there. Ooh. Grace tried a running hook shot down the lane. She's going to go to the line for 2.
But offensively, I like us better in this half. Offensively, we're moving the ball, penetrating, looking for a Biven down low.
Gracie to the free throw line. The lefty eyes it up and go, my.
Wow. That
rolled around. Looked like a NASCAR restrictor plate race at Daytona as many times as it went around. It finally went down 20-19. The foul was on a Mary Stewart. That is her first, the team's first. My goodness, the officials take a long time getting the ball back to the shooter. Second one for Gracie. The lefty eyes it. Good. Got them both 21-19. Flat 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I was ready to get mad at the official, too, because, dude, give the ball to the, steal.
Holmes tips it away. A nice steal by Lily Holmes. Here comes Clark on the run. Mia going to take it to the hole. Layup. Good. Lincoln looks far more composed here in the second half than they did in the first.
Well, the defense started to pick up, where it kind of left off.
Cliff. Meyer, the count's on. Meyer, cross-court, Wilson. Wilson nearly traveled the basketball. Tried to throw it inside. Ball in the floor. That's Lincoln basketball off Sanaya Gibbs. Harper back in the basketball game, and Gibbs going to take a seat. And now they're going to double team Grace Snyder. Mesa gets it into Lily. Meyer bats it out of bounds.
See, again, Lily catched the ball and just tried to dribble.
And the official signaling Lincoln basketball.
And it shouldn't be.
I think you're right.
It should be MacArthur ball, but Lily has got to catch the ball and face and look down the court because get the ball to...
Come on. Meyer up, no good, but she was fouled by Grace Snyder, and I can't blame Grace for the foul. I don't understand why. I don't understand that, but okay.
Well, Mason McLeod's taking the ball out. Who's the first person you want to look at? If Schneider is not open, then you're looking at somewhere else. But Schneider was actually open that time, and we didn't give her the ball. You got to look for your point guard.
Lexi Meyer to the free throw line. First one up, and no good.
Good foul.
Paisley Holmes in the basketball game for Lily. And honestly, Coach, I think at this point we need that second ball handler in there. That may take some of the pressure off of Grace.
For sure.
Second one for Meyer. 4:19 here in the third. Lincoln up 23-19. Second one, Meyer up, good. And they get it inbound to Paisley. Paisley waiting for the double team, and Paisley didn't come. And Paisley's going to take it the whole way. Paisley traveled with the basketball. She did. She drug the pivot foot.
And there again, you know, Paisley usually likes to look to Biven and pass it right down to Biven or whatever. If you don't have it, keep dribbling out. Just dribble it all the way out and set your offense up.
Don't take it that deep and stop.
That's the first time we've actually, oh my God.
Meyer throws up a 30-footer and got it. Lexi Meyer just stopped and threw up a 30-foot shot. It might have been 27, but she got it anyway. Schneider quickly up the floor. She's got Biven. Biven, nice fake up and no good. Rebound MacArthur. We're tied at 23. 3:44 to go. Meyer up the floor. Meyer just ran over Mia Clark, and Clark called for a blocking foul.
Yeah, you got another layup that you just got to make. You just got to make those.
Team second.
Man, that Lexi, that was a bomb right there that she shot.
Was.
But you know she could shoot, so you got to make sure she puts that ball on the floor. Now Mesa's out there a little.
Cliff out front Carson. We're tied at 23. Meyer, right side Wilson, out of the corner. Is it? No good. Oh my goodness. It hit the rim, went up the backboard, and bounced in. And they're up 26-23. Lincoln still in the backcourt. McLeod. Mesa just picked up her dribble. Why, I don't know. Paisley's got it. Batted it. And MacArthur knocked it out of bounds.
Grace Schneider's got to go get that ball. I mean, Paisley can handle the ball, but the only problem with Paisley, she's 110% to where she goes all out. And that's great that she goes all out, but she needs that other gear to where, we're not going full board to the hoop.
Corey Farmer has called a 30-second timeout to settle his troops down 26-23. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964 with full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers. I just learned from a text message that one of our opponents earlier in the year, Downs Tri-Valley, won their sectional championship game earlier to advance to the Super Sectional. And Downs was a pretty good basketball team that we faced on their floor.
Yes, they are.
Here it is, Lincoln down 26-23 after taking a 23-19 lead and looking pretty good to start the third quarter. But we have seen some mistakes made, bunnies missed, and they get it into Schneider. Grace.
Clear out.
Hands it off to Paisley. Mia Clark being face guarded by Wilson. Paisley dribbles out front. Paisley, the spin move.
No.
Pass. Bivens got it. Bivens inside. Bivens back out front, Mesa. Mesa to Grace, and Grace hopefully will calm him down and reset the offense. 2:50 to go. They tried the back door with Mia Clark, and it wasn't there.
Why is that guy still counting? She already got out of that. I don't get that.
Schneider going to drive it in. Schneider throws up the layup. No good. Bivens up in. Got fouled. No call. Schneider the rebound. Grace inside. Grace hands it to Paisley. Paisley goes in. 10-footer. No. It rolled off the rim.
Man, we're not going to get any better shots than those.
Wilson, the basketball. Carson. Wilson to Myers. She'll throw up another 27-footer. No good. Bivens the rebound.
Let's go. See, now don't let them set up, but you just want to push it up to get set in the offense. You don't have to try to. That's
Schneider was just hit by Carson out front. And Kylie Carson picks up her first foul. That'll be the second, I believe, on D-Mac of the quarter.
I can't believe that's only her first.
Her first, team's second.
Lily Holmes back in for Mason McLeod. Lincoln, the ball in the front court, side court, across the way. They get it to Grace. Grace dribbles right through the traffic. Bounce past Bivens, 10-footer left side. No good. Rebound, Lily Holmes had the position. Mia Clark up and good.
Tell you what, it looked like Decatur MacArthur stopped playing defense.
That's what it looked like to me. They almost gave up. 26-25. MacArthur the lead. 1:42 to go. Left side they go. Cliff in the corner. Gibbs drives down. Gibbs reverse layup good.
How does she beat two backs on the baseline? I don't get that.
Schneider quickly up the floor, and it looks like MacArthur's a little gassed right now.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can conclude. They played awfully hard. So is Lincoln. Schneider out front. The handoff from Holmes, and the officials got the count on. Now he breaks it. Schneider is fouled right there by Cliff. Layup time, no good, and a foul. And who's the foul going to be called on? I can't tell. It looks like it might be Meyer. Let's see.
Really, the foul didn't even happen until after she's already shot the ball. She had another layup right there.
Lamar Cliff with the foul. That's 3 on Mac. And Schneider the line with 2. Up, no good. Ayers back in the basketball game for Stewart for MacArthur. Second one for Grace Schneider, the senior. Lefty up, got it. 28-26, minute 10 to go. Wilson, ball stolen away from behind by Paisley Holmes, and it'll stay DMAC basketball. And now Lily going to attack at the head of the press.
And I like this, attack on defense, man. There it goes, Lily.
Lily nearly steals it. Now she's got it. And Meyer lost it out of bounds. Lincoln basketball.
Lily was all over the ball that whole possession.
Lily Holmes ramped up the pressure, causes the turnover, and now Lincoln will have it side court extended near the top of the key across the way.
Look for us to go to Bivin, hopefully.
Mesa looking inbounds, finally gets it to Grace. Schneider out front, got to watch the count because the officials apparently continues counting. Paisley Holmes down the lane. Paisley kick out Lily. Lily going to drive it in. 5-footer, no good. Doesn't get her own board. Ball out of bounds. And a foul, I think, is going to go against Lily Holmes.
It's all right.
That's a good call.
Yeah, and good hustle by Lily.
Yeah. Good hustle by Lily Holmes, but again, another close-in shot that Lincoln just flat out missed.
Oh, we're backing it up now? Okay. Lily Holmes was the only one up there on the press, and now we're going to back it up.
40 seconds on the clock. DMAC the basketball up to 28-26. Meyer out front. They look like they might want to try and spread the floor here.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be. Well, it's only 25 seconds. But, man, I'd be putting pressure on these guys because I don't think they can handle the ball as that good.
Possession arrow favors DMAC. They throw it inside. Stolen away by Bivitt. McLeod ended up with it, and here comes Grace the other way. 13 seconds on the clock. Grace needs to watch the clock. Let's go. Let's go, Lincoln. Come on. Right side they go, Paisley Holmes. Paisley out front, Mesa. 20-foot turnaround, is it? Oh, around and out. Bivin the board up. No good.
She got fouled.
And she got fouled, and the foul was called before the buzzer went off. Grace Bivin going to go to the free throw line with 2, and nobody at the free throw line. Ashani Ayers with the foul. That is her first. And the team's fourth. Doesn't matter, though. The quarter's over. It'll reset. But Schneider to the free throw line with 2 big free throws. Up and no good.
Oh, my God.
Barely scraped the rim.
And Bivin's she's a good free throw shooter.
Second one for the big freshman. Up and got it. 28-27, and that ends the third quarter with DMAC up 28-27. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Back here at Normal West, Decatur MacArthur up 28-27, has the ball to start the fourth quarter. Real quick, the Mount Pulaski girls won their sectional final tonight against Argenta. Or at Argenta, beat Cumberland 37-36.
Oh, wow.
So Mount Pulaski's girls end up in the super sectional. And we hope Lincoln can turn the trick here at Normal West. Oh, and a cross-court pass, and that could have been picked off very easily by Grace Schneider. Holmes out front. Meyer dribbles between her, and now we're seeing it. DMAC wants to try and spread the floor here. Wilson travel the basketball. Cliff will throw up a 3. It's way short. Rebound. Ayers had it up and good, and a foul on Lincoln.
The only girl that you need to really box out is Ayers, and we didn't even touch her.
The foul was on Grace Bivin. That is her second. Team's first of the fourth quarter. And now DMAC up 30-27. Ayers free throw. One hands it up and no good. Rebound Holmes. Lily Holmes, that is. Lily going to bring it across the timeline herself very quickly. Dribbles it in. Now back out Schneider. Schneider, left side Mia Clark. Clark, Holmes, free throw line, looks inside for Bivin. Bivin lost the basketball briefly, kicked back out Paisley. Paisley down the lane, pass to Bivin. Bivin's fouled. And Bivin going to go to the free throw line with 2.
I mean, that wasn't even close. I mean, I thought he had a choice of which one that fouled her.
Zanaya Gibbs with the foul. That is her second and the team's first of the fourth quarter. And Grace Biven to the free throw line was 1 of 2 there at the end of the third quarter. Biven up and good.
Yeah, that first one, though, she was just getting the feel of the free throw.
30-28. DMAC, their side making a lot of noise. Would like to hear more side from the Lincoln fans. Second one for the big freshman. Up and no good. Around and out.
Yeah, I would love for us to pressure. I mean, we haven't really pressed too much tonight.
And now it looks like they may try and ramp up the pressure. It looks like DMAC may. Oh, it's nearly stolen away. And what's the call here? A timeout taken by Jadon Bryant. And I'm with you. I think it's time to ramp up the pressure and go for broke.
Yeah, because this is the last quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all out right here.
And you want to do a little bit of damage right here early on in the quarter. Then maybe if you get the lead, you can start making them pay.
Right. Yeah, then they would have to chase us. But right now, I just don't think Lexi handling the ball out there is able to handle it as well as our guards.
And I'm not sure they have the ball handlers to basically try and play possession basketball here in the fourth quarter to run time off the clock. They want to get up and go. So let's set the scene for you. 30-28, the MacArthur lead. 6+ minutes here on the clock. Many of our fine sponsors, all of our fine sponsors were great this year. We love all of you. And we'd like to get one more round here and get onto the Super Sectional at Chatham-Glenwood. Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer, Rock and G Land and Cattle, Schneider Masonry, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, UCB United Community Bank, the Johnson family, Amy Wiggers-Chen at Simply Travel Cruise Planners. All of you sponsors, we love all of you and we appreciate you. Thank you for allowing us to do this.
Oh, I'd pressure Carson right here.
Carson. And Carson may get, thought maybe, if Lily can get her in the trap there, couldn't get her in the trap. Out front, Meyer. Meyer throws it in the corner, Cliff. Cliff doesn't take the shot. She throws it back out front, Meyer.
Well, right there makes me tell that MacArthur's going to try to hold the ball.
Yep, that's exactly what they're trying to do, shorten the game. They go Wilson, inside, Cliff, up, no good. And a foul on Biven, a late call, but...
That was a late call. But
I think it may have been.
Here's what I don't get. We have our two backs by the block to where they had Wilson up there by the free throw line. If our backs would talk to each other, one of them could have probably came up to steal that ball.
And you know that if you're going to extend the 1-2-2 in half court, you've got to have one of your backs at least come up.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness. She banked in a free throw.
I tell you, really, this second half, everything's gone they've hit a couple bombs from three, banked in a free throw.
Cliff banks in a free throw. That puts MacArthur up by 3, 6:25 to go here in the game.
That's off, too.
And she tried to bank the second one in, and Biven tried to get the rebound, and Ayers fouled her, but no call. Paisley quickly up the floor. Meyer, she runs into Meyer and loses the basketball. And tries to seal it from behind, and Paisley, that should have been and no call. And they throw it back out front, Meyer. And now Lincoln's going to have to play defense and get a stop here.
I don't know what we're doing, but
Meyer out near the center circle. And now Paisley reaches in, and Meyer's elbowing her. Meyer goes baseline, tries to throw it, and throws it to Carson up. No good. Rebound, Biven. Lincoln got to stop, and they nearly threw the ball away, and Meyer gets called for a foul in the backcourt.
I want to know, where is Grace Schneider? All right, each time Grace Schneider's got to go and want that ball. She has got to go get that ball.
So that is a foul on Lexi Meyer, her second, the second on DMAC here in the fourth. And Lincoln needs to get it inbounds. They get it into Grace. And Grace will work on Cliff up the side, and now she goes back to the middle of the floor. Schneider at center circle. Calls out the play for Lincoln. Right side, Holmes. Paisley, Mia Clark, 25-footer right side. It is short. Rebound. And Carson comes out with it. Shortest player on the DMAC team had the position, gets the board.
Well, we got to work to get around her. You can't just stand behind Carson right there. Like you said, she's the shortest one on the team.
Carson nearly stolen away by McLeod. And DMAC very content just to sit out there, and Lincoln kind of sitting back, and now Mason McLeod will come out and try and force some action out front. But MacArthur shows no inclination of attacking the basket right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to move. I would love to see, because the last time we moved it up, they had a bad shot.
Paisley Holmes out front against Meyer, and the count is on. The count is on. The count is on. She hands it off to Cliff. Cliff back to Meyer.
I'd love to see a trap right here. Make someone else grab that ball.
Meyer behind the back dribble. Gets it off to Carson. They've run over a half a minute off the clock. About 45 seconds. Carson going to go down the lane. Layup time. No good. Rebound Biven. Biven ahead to Schneider. Grace doesn't have the numbers, and she'll pull it back out. Lincoln needs to look for a good shot here, down 3 with 4:16 to go. Big possession offensively for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Yeah, I'd love to look for a Biven.
Schneider, McLeod. McLeod left side. Looks for somebody in trouble. Gets it to Schneider, and ball tapped away. On the floor, McLeod's got it back out front. Holmes. And nearly a travel by Paisley Holmes. A bad pass stolen by Decatur MacArthur. And Lexi Meyer has it to come the other way.
And then we're sprinting back into our half court right here to where Paisley's going to have to come up and just get Lexi right here.
Schneider comes out to put a little pressure on the basketball. 3:37 to go. Clock ticking down. They go Wilson free throw line. Back out front, Meyer. In the corner they go Cliff. Cliff 10-footer on the corner. No good. Air ball. Ball on the floor. Wilson's got it. And a foul on Paisley Holmes, I believe.
You got to want the ball. You got to want the ball there. They throw an air ball, and we got girls just standing there and watching the ball. You've got to. Now Lily's going to come in to where that defensively, but Paisley comes out to where her motor runs 100 miles per hour too.
Wilson gets inbound to Carson, and they need to trap her right there.
Yeah, Lily ain't going to let her go.
Out front, Meyer. Meyer.
Keep her there.
Still out front. Corey Farmer trying to direct his defense. Carson in the corner. Carson drives baseline. Carson throws it to Wilson. Wilson, they're just playing keep away right now. They're not even trying to get a layup. Meyer. Wilson. 2:57 to go. They keep running time off the clock. Wilson, Cliff, Ayers. They throw it back out front. Meyer. They're doing a good job of keeping the ball away from Lincoln. And Lily trying to force some turnover there. Could have been a foul, and there is going to be a foul on Grace Schneider.
And that's fine. I mean, that gives us 4 right there. But, they've ran about a minute and a half off this clock to where we've got to put the pressure on. I mean, move it up, because I really don't think MacArthur can handle that ball out there.
Meyer to inbound the basketball for DMAC. And she gets it into Ayers. Now Meyer stepped through the trap. Meyer down the lane, runs into Biven, and they're going to call Biven for the foul. Biven was stationary with her arms up. That's 4 fouls on Big Grace Biven. And Meyer going to go to the line with 2.
Can't lose her.
Lincoln down 31-28, 2:33 to go. All is not lost. Meyer up and good. That makes it a 2-possession game. This is the type of game, DW, you got to make just enough plays to win.
Oh, yeah.
Second one, Meyer up and good. Makes them both. They're up 5 with 2:33 to go. Mesa having trouble getting it in and finally gets it into Grace. Schneider finally gets it up the floor, across the timeline. Here comes the run and jump. Schneider's in trouble. Schneider's in trouble, and a timeout taken by Corey Farmer.
Here's what's funny is they ended up trapping us right when and they got the lead. And instead of playing like back to where it's only man-to-man, Grace Schneider had her head down to where they ended up trapping right by half court to where, they're trying to make a play and make a steal for another. But when you get the lead, you're playing with so much confidence. and you're so pumped up on defense to where you're playing all out right there.
But like you said, you want to let everybody go back down the floor, then take them one-on-one, make your move. If you got to go up the sidelines, that's one thing. But really, you want to do your best to get the ball back in the middle of the floor, because that's where you operate from, is right in the middle of the floor.
And if you're going to push the ball, it's crazy because earlier in the game, we just got it and go. And now we're not getting it to go. To where this is the only time to where it's not bad to push the ball right here and try to look for someone.
The boys won last night in the opening round of the Lincoln Regional over Decatur Eisenhower 32-28. They will play tomorrow night for the championship out at Roy S. Anderson against Springfield Senators. All the action will be right here on WLCN 96.3 FM, the Mixler app, and of course our YouTube channel. Right here, it's 2:24 to go in this basketball game. Lincoln, the basketball, down 5. Briefly had the lead in the third quarter, 23-19.
Well, and that's when they hit a couple big threes to where they went on a 7-0 run, and that really turned the game.
So you know they're going to be guarding the shooters. They go Bivin, left side. Bivin, handoff Paisley Holmes. Paisley drives it in, kick back out to Mia Clark, and there's Wilson right there on her.
I'd love Mia to take it to the hoop.
Clark almost tried to take it to the hoop there. Clark will spin move on Wilson, and maybe a 5-second call. Hands it off Holmes. Holmes stops. Bivin, ball batted away. McLeod picks up the loose ball. Mesa to Paisley.
Spin and go, Paisley.
Paisley, minute 52 on the clock. Lincoln needs something here. Left side, Bivin. Bivin, Schneider. Schneider to fake. Clark, step back three, is it? Good! Bang! A collision concepts three for Mia Clark. 33-31. Now Lincoln, the full court press. Get on Cliff.
Oh, that's a travel
with the basketball.
What is that?
Jadon Bryant got a timeout.
What are you doing?
That was an absolutely missed call by the officials. She picked it up, walked, and then started to dribble again. And Corey Farmer is letting the officials have it.
That is nuts right there. She picked up the ball and dribbled it again.
She did.
How does every official?
You folks watch it on YouTube, watch the replay, but that was a clear travel.
What are you doing?
Lincoln showing on the board with 3 timeouts left. MacArthur with 2. Lincoln down 33-31.
That could have been a double dribble, travel, anything right there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, you see a replay on that.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is clearly a travel.
And 2 officials were right there.
And I think Jadon Bryant knew there was trouble and was trying to get a timeout. They gave her the timeout, but really it should have been a turnover back to Lincoln basketball.
Wow. Yeah, so right here, we're putting the pressure on. That's same thing. We've got to get the pressure up there, and it looks like we're backing up.
And now Lincoln going to run.
They're going to run.
Lincoln going to run at Meyer. Meyer's quick, and she's going to get around Holmes. Meyer down the side, goes to Wilson. They go inside, up and good by Ayers. Minute 22 on the clock. MacArthur up 4, 35-31. Schneider cut off by Meyer. Needs to get rid of the basketball. Gets it to Paisley Holmes. Paisley inside. Paisley right side. Lilly 3 on the way. Is it? Oh, no. Ball batted out of bounds by Wilson. Clark's got it. Layup time. Oh! It almost went in, and Mia Clark was fouled and knocked out of bounds. And the coaches are upset about something, and I don't know what.
I think the clock might have been running still.
And Corey Farmer is letting the out official have it. I think that may be the case, that maybe the clock, and now they've reset it to a minute 1 from 58-6.
These last 2, I think this game's bigger than the officials right now.
I think so too. I think the pace is it's too fast for them. And certainly, and now the officials confer, and they did put some time back on the clock. Let's see what the officials say. They're at the scorer's table. Mia Clark at the free throw line. And they're not going to put any additional time on the clock.
Well, they had it at 58.
Yeah, so they did put about 3.5 seconds or 2.5 seconds on the clock. Clark up and good, 35-32. Minute 1 on the clock, 35-32. Big free throw here. Second one up. No good. Rebound. Myers got it. Falls out of bounds. Oh! Thrown by Clark up and no good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Carson the other way. A golden opportunity for Lincoln, and Halls with a foul. And MacArthur going to go to the free throw line.
Wow. Another missed opportunity there.
It feels like you get kicked in the gut with that, DW. I mean, geez, a great steal, and you get up and a layup, and you just don't get it. And how many layups has Lincoln missed tonight? Just way too many. Up and no good. Carson misses the free throw. Carson will have one more.
Yeah.
51-3 on the clock.
Again, you know, if a three's wide open, hit it. You don't really need a three. Oh,
Carson's second one tried to bank it in, and ball on the floor. That is a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors D-Mac. But on the, oh no, you're right. He's right. On the board, it does say Lincoln. Sorry, folks. The bonus arrow and the possession arrow right next to each other.
So you need to take it to the hoop. Take everything to the hoop.
So Lincoln down 2. McLeod. Oh, and threw the ball away. Wilson traveled with the basketball. No call. Knocks over Paisley Holmes. Here they come. Layup time coming. No good. Rebound. And a foul on Lincoln. Foul on Mason McLeod with 33 seconds.
I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy. I mean, these guys are way too quick to be throwing it right in the middle of the court right there.
Free throw. Up and no good.
Again, you got to make sure you box someone out. That was the problem the last time. It wouldn't have been a jump ball. You got to make sure you get the rebound.
Lincoln, 33 seconds down, and ball in the corner, and it should be Lincoln basketball. It is. Lincoln down 3. You know MacArthur's going to be guarding the three-point line, but as you said, if you get it up quick, you don't need a 3 at this point. Get it 2.
Snyder, you're going to have to move. Oh,
timeout taken. A 30-second timeout taken by Jadon Bryant.
Yeah.
We will keep it right here. Heartland Bank and Trust Company with 2 convenient locations locally to serve you and many others throughout Central Illinois. And Lincoln, stop by 818 Woodlawn Road or 111 North Sangamon in Lincoln. Go online to hbt.com. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Coach, down 3, 30-some seconds on the clock. You don't have a lot of time. You can't take a lot of time to get a shot unless you're planning to go for the 3.
No, and here again, you got to get the ball to Grace Schneider to where she could just keep pushing the ball up the floor, either attack the basket or if you got a wide open 3, you know, shoot the 3. But right here, you got to get something quick.
Mason inbound. Lincoln going to run the Illinois play on the inbounds. And here we go, 32.5 on the clock. Lincoln down 3. Decatur MacArthur, part of their crowd standing.
What is the official doing? I mean, what are you?
I think he's confused by the fact that all our girls are out of bounds, which is not against the rules.
Have you not watched Illinois basketball? They run this all the time.
Yeah, this has never been an issue before.
I mean,
and now the officials want to talk to Coach Farmer. Grace Schneider went out of bounds, and apparently May stepped back inbounds. So apparently now he's wanting them all of them inbounds. That's ridiculous.
Go get it, Grace.
Grace lost the basketball.
She got fouled.
Behind.
She got fouled.
And MacArthur's got fouls to give.
And we'll take that fouls too.
Foul is on Cliff. That's her third, but only their third of the quarter.
Why can't we be out of bounds?
I don't get it. That's wrong. They get it into Clark. Mia, spin move into backcourt. Mia, stop. Needs to get it across the timeline. Mia's trapped at the timeline. And did she get fouled?
No,
what is the call here?
There's timeout. It was timeout. What? Got to get the ball to Grace Schneider right there. And there was opportunities for Grace because we want Mia to be down here getting on a screen or something for a shot.
But in the meantime, Lincoln ran about 10 seconds off the clock. It's down to 21-6. And really, you needed to get it up the floor quicker than that. Well, we'll go back to many of our fine sponsors. How about Simply Travel Cruise Planners? Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Travel is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474. Mayor of Lincoln, Tracy, and his wife, Annette Welch. Attend one of Tracy's monthly coffee with the mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the City of Lincoln Facebook page for dates and times. Again, if you missed it earlier, Mount Pulaski won their sectional final. They advanced to the super sectional. Congratulations to the Lady Hilltoppers over in Mount Pulaski. And Lincoln trying to get it done here against Decatur MacArthur with 21-6 on the clock, and a timeout had to be called by Corey Farmer. Lincoln will have the basketball right near the Lincoln bench and be in between the bench and the scorer's table.
Hey, Carl. They can't see the camera because these guys.
Mason McLeod. Inbounds to Schneider. Schneider around the Bivens screen, the clock winding down. They're looking for Mia Clark to try and get her the three, and she threw and another timeout being taken.
Well, now you got to shoot.
Now you got to go for the three. You don't have a choice. A full timeout is taken. We'll try and keep it right here, but just doggone it. And our ref buddy, Jeff Nelson, just sent me a text. Thank you, pal. I appreciate that. Here's what he says. You can't have all 5 players out of bounds on a spot throw-in, only after a made basket.
Oh, nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. We appreciate that. Our buddy Jeff would say. So that explains that. Connor is trying to adjust the camera. We got people standing in front of us. And folks, we are up as high as you can possibly go here at Normal West. There he goes.
There you go. All right, so it's going to come down to where we got to set good screens to get Mia Clark the shot. But there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be waiting for Mia to come around screens to where, I tell you what, a lot of the times, nobody guards that inbounder. Mason McLeod could probably step in and shoot a three.
You know, if we were on the baseline, I'd feel really good about Mia getting the ball on a play. They threw the ball away, and MacArthur's got it, and a foul called, and that just might do it.
Wow. Turnovers, and that was one of the keys in the...
It goes back to the old adage, GW, victory favors the team that makes the fewest mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
And this has been a game of mistakes on both teams. It really has. Meyer up, no good. 6.5 still on the clock. So there's still a glimmer of hope here for Lincoln.
Big miss right here.
D-Mac actually can foul and put Lincoln at the line. Second one up and got it. 4-point lead, 6.5 seconds on the clock. They're going to press. And Did they call Mason McLeod for stepping over the baseline? I don't know. In any event, it's a turnover on Lincoln.
Two big mistakes. And both by inbounds.
A full timeout is taken. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios and take a 60-second timeout.
Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
The official started back early from the timeout. Paisley Holmes with a foul. Journey Wilson to the free throw line. Wilson up and good. And that should pretty much be the final nail in the coffin. Give Journey Wilson 10. The Decatur MacArthur fans singing at the Lincoln fans. That na-na-na-na, hey, goodbye. Wilson makes the second one, 38-32. Lincoln to inbounds. They just threw the ball away again. Paisley Holmes, a 40-footer at the gun, and that will do it. And Decatur MacArthur will win the sectional by a score of 38-32. They go to 27-6 on the year. Lincoln finishes the year 25-9. Both teams exchanging handshakes at center court. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When Darren and I come back, we will have the Ground Incorporated post-game show. You've been watching and listening to Lady Raider basketball on Logan County Sports Voice, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Raider basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, The Johnson Family, Simply Traveled Cruise Planners, United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Raider basketball alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Raider basketball.
Back here at Normal West, and the celebration goes on for Decatur MacArthur. Jadon Bryant egging her crowd on, screaming, yelling, and waving the sectional championship trophy. And certainly a moment of triumph for them, probably from where that program has come to be able to claim a sectional championship trophy and go on to the super sectional, and they'll have their work. If they face Chatham at Chatham, they'll have their work cut out for them. Anybody would going into Chatham. Lincoln would have had their work cut out for them. But a fine season for Lincoln's Lady Railers, 25-9 and making it to the sectional final. You and I had talked earlier when we lost to Brownstown St. Elmo to open the season. If you'd have told me we would have made it to the sectional final, I'd have looked at you like you had probably 3 heads.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the very first game of the year, we got beat by, I think, 21 points. And, I was watching the next game because we were going to play those 2 teams. And I left thinking, I don't know if we're going to beat either of those teams. And we ended up winning those 2 and having a great season. The 4 seniors had great years. Kudos to MacArthur. I mean, because we got up 23-19. I thought we had all the momentum that you could ask for to where they hit, their 2 leading scorers hit big threes, and they were deep threes, and they went on a 7-0 run against us and really never looked back.
And, kudos to them because they're the team that made enough plays to win. And really, that's what it is. They made enough plays to win the basketball game. And their boys program has joined them here tonight. They're all getting their picture taken down here on the, what I believe is the south end of Normal West Gymnasium. But, again, the Lincoln crowd not happy filing out of here, obviously. But a fine season for Lincoln's Lady Railers, making it to the sectional final. You always want to go one more step on the tournament trail, and for a while, Darren, it looked like they might succeed getting the lead there in the third quarter, and they looked more composed there at the start of the third quarter. But then we saw the same turnovers coming about. It was the same mistakes that we saw in the first half.
Well, and then if you remember, when we were up 4, they ended up getting 3 or 4 shots down at the end of the basket and making I think they ended up getting a foul. I think they end up making a free throw. And then we come down, push the ball to where I thought we were, like you said, we were composed in that third to where we were getting it to Snyder. She was making everybody clear out. That's the way you got to. But we ended up getting 2 or 3 possessions to where we ended up getting the ball and flying down the court and ended up turning the ball over a couple times. And they ended up, like I said, going on a 7-0 run, hitting a couple big threes. I tell you what, Wilson and Meyer, the 2 leading scorers, had huge halves in that second half.
I would hate to see the percentage that Lincoln shot in this basketball game because it can't be very good considering the number of layups and close-in shots that they missed. And you can't fault anybody. You can't point at anybody or any one play for the loss of this basketball game. But what a crushing play that was down here at this end when Mia Clark, they had Lexi Meyer trapped. She just threw the ball in bounds and Mia Clark stole it, had a good layup, and just couldn't get it to go down.
That might have been the most wide open Mia Clark's had all night. And just, that's just unfortunate to where, Lincoln got a lot of good shots tonight and a lot of layups. And I thought they played tremendously hard tonight, man. I mean, we always as coaches want you to put the effort and play as hard as you can every single night because the execution might not be there all the time, but if the effort and defense, you're going to be in games all the time.
I don't think that you could I don't think you could say that anybody on either side of the ball didn't play hard tonight. The MacArthur girls played hard. The Lincoln girls played hard. There are some tired kids out there tonight, back in the locker room, and we're sure it's an emotional locker room back for the Red and Green Express. But again, Decatur MacArthur wins it here tonight, 38-32 to move on to the super sectional. Jadon Bryant being interviewed by local media here, and Corey Farmer and his team still in the Lincoln locker room. Do you have your scoring totaled up? Maybe we ought to go through it one time here.
Yes, I got it. All right, for Decatur MacArthur, Carson didn't even have a point tonight, and that was surprising for MacArthur. You had Gibbs that had 4. You had Ayers that had 10, their big girl. You had Cliff that had 3. You had Wilson, their second leading scorer, had 12. And you had Meyer, their leading scorer that averages 16 points a game, only had 9. And then Lincoln, we only had 4 girls scored tonight. We had Mia Clark with 15. Grace Biven had 12. Grace Schneider had 3, and Lily Holmes had 2 for a total of 32, 38-32.
So there you have it, 38-32, the final, and Lincoln still did not give up over 40 points and held a team that was scoring 60-38. So you really can't fault the defense that Lincoln played, but it was a number of mistakes and missed layups. And again, you can always go back to the first quarter and see the buddies that you missed and the mistakes that you made and say, hey, we do better there. We're not in this position at the end of this basketball game.
And that's what we talked about earlier, to where you can't look at even if you lost by 2 and look at the fourth quarter. Oh, we should have did this, should have did that. No, you got to look at the whole game. It's 4 quarters to where you got to look at the free throws. You got to look at how many turnovers you had, because say you had 11, 12 turnovers. Well, that's 11 or 12 possessions that you don't get to shoot the basketball, and MacArthur has a chance to actually score on those turnovers. So yeah, you got to look at the whole game, and you can't fault the efforts that Lincoln had, because man, they bring it every single night, and they're in every single game.
We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout and wait for Coach Farmer to come up. If he does, here on the postgame show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
A great harvest starts with a great foundation. Since 1976 in Central Illinois, that foundation has been Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service. They're your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. At Lake Fork, contact Clay at 217-792-3397. In Elkhart, call Chris at 217-947-2221. And at Croft, give Mark or Eric a call, 217-445-2631.
We are back here at Normal West High School. Let's see if we can grab the headphones. You can come up and have a seat with us if you want to, as Coach Farmer has joined us.
having problems
here,
with
let me see if we can help you here. What the heck is going on with this thing?
It's just flipped inside.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is. There you go.
Obviously, I don't know how to operate it.
Don't worry about it. Well, can you hear me okay? Yep.
There we go.
A tough loss, I know. You still had a fine season, though. I mean, Darren and I were talking after we lost to Brownstown St. Elmo by a huge margin there at the opening of the year. If you'd have told me we'd made it to the sectional final and had a good shot at going to the Super, I'd have probably laughed at you and thought you were crazy. But you've had a fine season. Your girls played hard. I thought your girls played very hard tonight. Just couldn't overcome some of the mistakes out there.
Yep. I thought, our keys are always the same, rebounding, limit turnovers, and effort. We did 2 of them tonight. I thought we rebounded really well tonight. Yeah. Last game, MacArthur against Central had 30 offensive rebounds. I'd venture to guess they didn't get double-digit offensive rebounds tonight. I thought we did a great job on the glass. Effort was there. I mean, the kids wanted it badly. They didn't play scared tonight, like they did Tuesday night. Turnovers killed us.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about earlier, Coach, is to where you can't look at the fourth quarter to where you say, okay, we lost by 2. We should have done this in the fourth quarter or whatever. You got to look at the whole game. And I thought, in the first and second quarter, it seemed like we were trying to actually almost play like MacArthur, to where we were pushing it with our head down, just pushing up the floor and just having silly turnovers, to where, MacArthur was coming down and executing off those turnovers. turnovers.
Yeah, I agree. We got that lead in the third, and we went 3 straight possessions of a million miles an hour at the basket, and either threw it off the backboard, didn't hit the rim on a layup, or tried making some crazy pass or traveled because we're out of control. And that's what they do. Credit them. That's the defense they play.
Right.
And we knew that coming in. Can you slow the game down and play at our speed? And in the first half, it's hard, because you get around them, you see that opening, and you're like, man, I got that layup. You get in there, but you're going so fast, that it's hard to put that in.
There was a sequence to start in the third quarter when you were up 23-19. They had a possession down here, and they had about three or four times where we couldn't get the rebound and we knocked it out of bounds, or they knocked it off of Mia's leg and knocked it out of bounds, and just kept getting the possession. And I thought that was kind of a key there, kind of a turning point where you had plenty of opportunities, just couldn't get the basketball or get it to go your way, and had the lead. And then I think they got a 3 after that.
Yeah, I think it was the score you said. I know exactly what player you're talking about. We had 3 possessions in a row. We got that lead. We came down. I called a play, and we were, pushing the ball up the court, and they saw that opening, and they couldn't help themselves, and we missed the shot. Then they came down. We stopped them again. Then we rushed back down the court. We travel, and then they come down. We stop them again, and they come back down, and we throw the ball away. 3 possessions in a row to extend the lead, and
it seemed like, Coach, we were getting, when we were under control now, it seemed like we were getting any shot that we wanted to. Yeah, their defense was up in us, but it looked like I bet you we got 12 or 13 layups, and probably, I bet you missed 3/4 of them. And that was, I thought that was the key of the game, to where we had plenty of opportunities and plenty of easy shots to where we just didn't finish.
But we had plenty of chances to win that game. And you can't miss layups. You can't miss layups, can't turn the ball over. And, there's nothing we're going to do about it now. Even at the end, they're holding the ball. They're essentially holding the ball the entire fourth quarter, and bring us way out, which is fine. That'll be fixed next year. But and they took bad shots. We got stopped.
Yes. Yep.
We just didn't capitalize at the other. And I thought we got decent looks. At the end they started hugging Mia. They weren't going to let her get off, which was fine. But we still got good looks. We just miss them.
So you've had, again, fine first season for you, 25-9, finishing third in the CS8 with a 7-3 record. I know you're very proud of the 4 seniors that you had here for your first year. Mia, Lily, Grace, Mesa. They've been in your program for quite some time. It's tough to watch them go out, their last game like this, but that's part of the tournament trail. But I think we can all say we're very proud of what they represented this program with.
Yeah, for sure. That group there, that was my first group of girls I started coaching. I've been with that group since they were in 2nd grade. I piggybacked on my way up here with them. And I couldn't be more proud of them. From where they started till now, even the way they were last year. They were timid last year, and they made their own mark this year. They got to watch that group that won state, and you can't live up to those expectations, but they made their own mark. They got to the Sweet 16. They did a great job for me this year.
Go ahead.
And their mark, it seemed like defensively, Coach. We always talked about under 40 points or whatever. They held a team tonight 38 points to where they were averaging 60, 61 points a game, to where, our defense you've been on a stretch of winning 12 out of the last 13 games, and the only ones we've given up 40 points was in overtime against U-High when we lost by 2 in overtime. So the defense these girls played and this year, tremendous.
Yeah, they really bought into what I was teaching. And I told Coach at halftime the exact same thing you said. How many points they have at halftime? 16 points?
16, yeah.
I said, you can't ask for a better defensive team than we got out there. We hold them to 16 points. Now we struggle to score, but we found ways to win this year, and probably probably most proud of, they put it together at the end of the year. You know, we didn't peak early in the year. You know, we went through that little lap in the middle of the season where we just kind of, you know, weren't getting any better. And then they wanted to win, you know, so they bought in at the end, and, you know, which is why we won 12-13 or whatever he said.
Well, you know, now you start looking toward next. I know the loss hurts. All losses hurt. I know this loss hurts, but you start looking toward next year, don't you? And you've got, you played Grace. Grace got quite a bit of playing time. She scored over 300 points her freshman year. Yeah. Paisley got quite a bit of playing time. She's got a tremendous motor. Sage Gilbert started to come around there toward the end of the year, and your JV squad lost only one. You've got a pretty bright outlook for next year, I think, getting those kids some varsity playing time and bring that next group in.
Yeah, you know, with the experience we got, you know, with those two freshmen, and like you said, Sage played some, and Greg Gilbert started over 25 games for me this year, you know, so I know she tailed off at the end, and, you know, that's nothing against her. I was playing her out of position, you know, she's the smallest kid on the court, and I stick her down there in the post guard all the big, so, you know, we got some experience coming back. Emma's played minutes for me, you know, so, you know, and Taylor got in a little bit.
Your JV squad was pretty darn good. How many games? I mean, you didn't lose too many games of that. Yeah.
Yep. And you know, and they lost by, I think, 2. So I mean, we were in every game. You know, so we have a bright future. Our biggest problem is numbers. You know, we just you know. We had 16 kids in the program this year from freshman to senior. I'm losing 4 of them, you know, and I don't know how many we're getting, you know, and you know, we need kids. You know, it doesn't matter if you've ever played basketball. If you played basketball one year, we need kids. We need kids to practice, and we need kids that, you know, just want to be here, you know, and that's how you build a program, you know.
Well, Coach, I speak on behalf of my broadcast partner, my buddy here. We have really enjoyed getting to know you this year and consider you a friend, and I know DW does, and we've enjoyed our time with you and Brad and Cam, and watching you and this team grow. It's been really enjoyable. Tell those girls that we've really enjoyed them. We're very proud of them. They've done a wonderful job this year and represented the school and the program very well.
Well, thank you, guys, and you know, I appreciate everybody that came out and supported us. You know, it means a lot to the girls, it means a lot to us coaches, and, you know, all your guys' support. You know, you've been there all year for us, and we can always count on you guys. And, you know, we don't have, you know, nobody has better fans than we do, you know, and if you're successful, they show up. So, you know, it's great to be, you know, from Lincoln, live in Lincoln my whole life. You know, it's great to see the support for both the boys and girls, and, you know, now we're on the rooting for the boys.
All right, man, we're going to let you go. We'll see the girls across the way. They're wanting to get on the bus. Sorry about the loss, brother. We care about you. We like you a whole lot. I'd say we love you, but you want my Bud Light then.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Corey Farmer joining us on the Postgame show. Want to run through the scoring one more time? People may be actually listening on the radio.
All right, here we go.
I got him confused.
Yeah. So we've got Gibbs with 4, Ayers with 10, Cliff had 3, Wilson had 12, and Meyer had 9 for 38. And we had Mia Clark, our leading scorer all year, had a big game. Her last game of her career had 15, and a bright future for Grace Bibbin, freshman that had, like you said, over 300 points as a freshman this year. And she was, really our second go-to option, on a really good team. And she had 12 points. And Lily Holmes, another senior, playing her last game. Great effort. This regionals and sectionals, Lily Holmes played great. And then your leader on the floor, Grace Schneider, had 3, and she's another one that is going to be tremendously missed. So the 4 seniors, like you said, talking to Coach, they've been with the program. He's been with them since 2nd grade, so they've known how he coaches and how he likes things, to where they're going to be missed. But like he said, you need numbers. You've got a good squad coming back. The JV squad was pretty darn good this year. Got really 3 really good freshmen, and then another really good freshman, Taylor Short, that's on the bench too. To where the team might struggle possibly next, but the next couple years we're going to be pretty good.
There's probably going to be some growing pains next year. I would expect that.
Yeah.
But still, there's a foundation there that's really good, and they continue to grow and continue to get better. By the time Bivin and Paisley are seniors and Sage are seniors, that could be one really good basketball.
Could really be good, yes. And you saw when Becca Heitzig and Chloe Froby and all them guys, Bowman, when they moved on, it was growing pains last year, so and then they stepped forward this year. I think that's going to be just the same for this team coming up.
Yeah, and I think that you hit something there. I thought, last year the comparisons that the girls had to the Froby Red and Green Express were kind of unfair because you're not going to see that juggernaut come through probably again in our lifetime. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, nearly back-to-back state titles, but 74-1 over a 2-year period. And the team last year had some growing pains, still ended up 19-13, played Morton very hard for a regional title over at Peoria, and didn't back down from the Lady Potters. They played very hard. We saw this team this year start out this year, it's a little bit questionable when they lost to Brownstown St. Elmo, but like you said, they beat Payne in the next game and then beat a Highland team that night, played 2 games in one day, played Highland that night, and I think Darren might have won that Payne tournament had that championship game been played.
Right, yeah, that's and then after that, we kept on battling. We played a good Chatham team that's probably going to play MacArthur in the Super Sectionals, and if I was a betting man, I would assume it's at Chatham, and Chatham's probably going to play in that game, to where Chatham already beat MacArthur by, I think, 15 to 20 points earlier in the year. So that's, Chatham on their home court is going to be pretty tough to beat.
You've coached, and I've been watching basketball for well over 50 years, and when you lose a tournament game, any loss, you kind of run through your head and go, if we'd have done this, we'd done that.
Right.
Yeah, this one you may run through your head, but I'll say this. You walk out with your head held high, proud of what these kids accomplished this year, proud of how far they made in the tournament. Yeah, you would have liked to have gone one more step and maybe made it to Redbird Arena, but these kids had a fine season.
And you got to say, there's just going to be one winner at the end of the year, too, to where, yes, we got to the, 16, the top 16 in the state, to where, just a few plays here and there could have been, the lead 8. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the year, to where, these kids, again, the effort and the hardness they play all year. Tremendous team this year.
So for DW, and DW, I have to say it's been an absolute pleasure working with you this year, brother.
Same
really
here,
appreciate
Jay.
it, buddy. Working with Jan Bowers has been an absolute pleasure. Love my broadcast partners. Bobby V, we love working with you too. Connor Shaw, we actually like working with the kid.
Connor.
On behalf of our social media and marketing manager, Lloyd Kirby, the station manager, thank you, Big Jim Ash. We appreciate you bringing us back, letting us do the ladies basketball this year. And Karen Martinez, Tate, working the board back there. Claudette, who worked the board. I believe they even brought Paula out of retirement at least a couple of times this year to do the board, which I don't think she was very happy about. But we appreciate everybody. All of our fine sponsors, thank you for letting us do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it. God willing, we will be here in some form next year to cover Lincoln Lady Railer basketball from start to finish. This is Jay Harden signing off from Normal West, where Lincoln ends their season 25-9 with a sectional final loss to Decatur MacArthur 38-32. Good night, and thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you. Call 217-445-2631. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Heritage Packaging offers the right packaging right on time. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964, offering full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Stop by the shop at 1000 Commercial Park in Lincoln. Call 217-628-7650 or learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers! Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Attend one of Tracy's Coffee with the Mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the City of Lincoln Facebook page for dates and times. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culvers. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Experience the difference with Collision Concepts. State Farm Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and he's got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of the Lincoln Lady Railer basketball program for more than 50 years.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com.
United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 620 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln, call 217-737-7581. LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a railer, always a railer. Rocking G Land and Cattle, Central Illinois source for superior shorthorn beef cattle genetics. Give Mark a call at 217-737-7905 or call Sheldon at 217-737-7787. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.